Disney's Planes, Rings Around the Globe. Dusty Crawlpopper did the same thing every day. Fly low and spray Vita mineral mulch on the crops. Turn around and repeat. Dusty was a crop duster. He didn't love his job, but his dream was to become a world champion racer. After work, Dusty would always race his friend Chug, the fuel truck. One day, Dusty sprang an oil leak. Dottie, the mechanic, fixed him up and said, "You're just not built to race." Craig suggested that Dusty get Skipper to train him for the Rings Around the Globe rally. "He's a war hero," said Chug. "They say he flew hundreds of missions, but the only old Bull plane refused to help." At the tryouts, Dusty was nervous. Only the 5 fastest planes would go to the big race. Dusty revved his engine and zoomed down the course. He zipped around each turn and quickly roared across the finish line. Dusty finished in 6th place. With his dream dashed, he sadly returned home. Then he got some great news. The plane that came in 5th dropped out. "You're in," declared a race official. Dusty's friends cheered. Skipper finally agreed to coach Dusty for the race. Dusty tried to catch the tailwinds up, but he was afraid to get that high. "Sooner or later, you'll have to face that fear," said Skipper. In New York, Dusty met Bulldog, the Snooty Bridges plane, El Chupacabra, Mexico's mass champion, and Ishine, the sleek racer from India. The fastest racer of all was Rip Slinger, the Green Tornado, but being fast didn't make him nice. "Good luck, farm boy," Rip Slinger sneered. During the race, Dusty struggled to keep up. He was in last place. Even though it slowed him down, he helped Bulldog land safely after the British plane sprang a leak. The next hurdle was racing across the Himalayas, the world's tallest mountains, and as the other planes climbed high above the mountains, Dusty followed the railroad tracks. He flew right into a narrow tunnel. Flying through that tunnel was scary, but then Dusty came out the other side. He was in 1st place. Rip Slinger was angry. He came up with a plan to knock Dusty out of the race. Soon, the racers headed out across the Pacific Ocean, bound for Mexico. Rip Slinger's henchman Zed snuck up on Dusty's and broke his antenna. Without it, Dusty didn't know his position, and he wandered far off course. Lost Dusty began to run out of fuel. Luckily, 2 jets found him. He landed on an aircraft carrier. It was the same ship Skipper had served on, but the carrier's wall of fame listed only 1 mission with Skipper's name. Dusty got back in the race, but he flew into a terrible storm and was badly damaged. He made it to Mexico, while Skipper confessed that after only 1 mission he had been afraid to fly. "We have to try," said Dusty. "You have to try," said Dusty. "You taught me that." Dusty was still in need of repairs. One by one, the other racers gave Dusty their spare parts. "Now I can fix you," shouted Dottie. During the final leg of the race, to New York City, Zed and his buddy Ned tried to knock Dusty out of the race sky. But Skipper came to the rescue. "Skipper," yelled Dusty, "you're flying." "Thank you, Skipper," said. "Now get him. Go get him." Dusty flew as fast as he could to catch Rip Slinger. He knew the last time he had come, He knew the time had come. He pulled his nose up, found the courage to fly higher than he ever thought he could. The strong tailwinds rocketed Dusty forward, just like Skipper and said they would. He shot past Ripslinger and crossed the finish line first. Dusty Crophopper was the first crop duster to win the Wings Around the Globe rally. His dream had come true, with the help of Skipper and all his friends.